The next reporter will be Andrey Shumakov. He will tell us about the new standards of resolutions and accuracy capacity of GeoEye.
Спасибо большое. Доброе утро, дамы и господа.
Thank you very much. Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. I'm happy to see so many of you on day 2, and it's just 10 o'clock. Thank you for coming. Let me go through the motions of thanking Rakus and Mr. Algarve personally. You can thank me now for sponsorship, by the way. I'm pleased to be here. This is my 5th conference, and each time I come here, I'm pleased to appreciate the quality of presentations, and I see the family getting bigger and bigger, and looking forward to new conferences. This year we have opened offices in Amsterdam with the technical support team and customer service team and managers and sales and distribution managers. What are the benefits of it for you? It means that the customers we're working with in Russia have realized that, and they can see that their requests are being processed much faster. We can operate in Moscow time mode. There is just a 2-hour difference between Moscow and Amsterdam. So in one day we can receive an order, execute it, and give you some of the answers. So we got much closer to you. Technical support is there. In addition, we now have new partners in Europe. It used to be an Italian company, GeoEye. Now we have the distribution network with distributors in Ukraine, the Netherlands, Sweden, Great Britain, etc. We are expanding our partnership network in CIS. As for Russia, we haven't changed, and one of our customers there is my favorite company, Rakus. We signed global agreements with big ones, Rolta and Fugro. Besides, we picked up a contract. I think about 3 years ago I was making a presentation on airports. So we now picked up a large contract with GeoAviation. We are producing 3D airports, vector maps, databases, barrier databases. Practically, that includes all airports, all registered airports. What's in it for you? If need be, soon enough, you will be able to see a lot of airports covered with stereo survey. We've been working on it for a long time now, but if there is an airport, in all probability it has been covered by GeoEye acquisition. And you must also be aware about Rosregister contract as part of cooperation with Scanex. It means more data captured for Russian territory. As you can see, it impacts your activities quite significantly. So we covered 12 million square kilometers, including 4.4 million square kilometers with cloud cover 15% or less. From here, we can see that we try to select regions and capture data for those as we try to make sure that there is no cloud cover. This is what has been done this year for airports. It's not only the airports, but I mean the Greenland. But if we look at all the red dots in Europe and Africa, most of these dots identify airports. GeoEye constellation. It's Iconos, GeoEye 1, and we expect GeoEye 2 with 34 centimeter resolution. I like to brag that GeoEye is on the edge, I mean in lead in terms of spatial resolution. We all know about Iconos, but this is the slide I was looking for. It says December 24th. It's not the December actually. On September 24th, 1999, we celebrated 13 years in orbit for Iconos, the first high-resolution satellite. And here's some math for you. 69,500 orbits have been covered. It flew 3 billion kilometers. 3 billion kilometers. That equates to flying from Earth to the Sun and back 10 times. 560,000 scenes, 374 million square kilometers have been captured. Cloud cover less than 20%, 217 million kilometers. It is my understanding that the status of the satellite is okay. It's doing fine. Enough fuel, battery is fine. We'll see how it pans out later. You all know about GeoEye 1. I don't even have to elaborate on it. There's just one thing. It shows relative spectral response. RGB, close infrared. The spectral response is very good. GeoEye 1 compared to Iconos has a somewhat different diagram. The panchromatic band goes into close infrared. GeoEye 2 is scheduled to be launched in 2013, in the first 6 months, or early in the year, maybe March, maybe April. We started working on this project in 2007. We installed the camera in 2008. The progress is okay, but we know that the average time it takes to make preparatory works is 5 years. The assembly of the satellite is more or less complete, and our key contractor started end-to-end testing. If everything works out fine and we launch it in 2013, then with the calibration, what I would like to see is that satellite getting operational by the new acquisition season. Technical specs. It looks quite solid, weighing over 2 tons, 3 meters high. It will use CMG. It will be more agile. It will have faster targeting and retargeting times, much better than GeoEye 1. Memory storage is 2.3 terabytes, and wideband downlink will be 800 megabytes. If we're aiming at 34 centimeters, we'll need to have good downlink capabilities. So this is the apparatus we're looking at. What gives us more agility? That is the retargeting time. If we look at this graph, on x-axis we have the distance, and the epsilon gives us the slew time. So if we want to fly 60 degrees, we'll need to have. I made a big presentation at the Rakurs conference on GeoEye 1 calibration in 2011. We aimed at meters in CE90, but there are a lot of factors. GSD and acquisition angle, 60 degrees from the horizon. We can position from nadir with a fairly high resolution. If we fly 350 kilometers away from nadir, only in that case we will be able to have 50 centimeters. So the further we go, we can even deviate 40 degrees off the horizon. Still it will be 50 centimeter GSD. Of course it will be less than that, but under the US rules we have to reconcile it with 50. I have to say a little bit about GeoEye 1, GeoEye 2 constellation. We will set Iconos in between on the same orbit. This is done so that if fast tasks are necessary, then we will engage the satellites to do the same tasks. Mr. Andrey, please don't doze off. Besides, all of that helps us to avoid conflict with ground stations. If there is a ground station for GeoEye 1, GeoEye 2, it will be difficult to operate both of them. Now I have a earth-shattering animation that'll blow you away. It's better than Disney. You see, this is the sun. Now they start flying. This is GeoEye 2, Iconos. GeoEye 1, as you can see. I wanted to say it, teach presentation, but never had a chance. We are satellite operators. We love to talk about satellites and their features. This is a great subject, but in fact, this is a fairly slide Iconos slide. Recently, we switched to a different camera mode for selected requests. It makes sense when we cover wide areas, not pointed targets, but wide areas. This is called enhanced line rate. How does it work? Originally it was all there, we just didn't tap into it. In fact, what we're dealing with in here is the panchromatic pixel. This panchromatic pixel matches multispectral 4x4 pixel. As easy as that. There is simultaneous acquisition in panchrome and multispectral mode. The speed in GeoEye 1 is 10,000 lines a second and 2.5 thousand lines in multispectral. Now, when we apply the enhanced line rate, we increase the scanning speed in panchromatic from 10 to 20, and for MSI, there is no potential to increase it. It's the same scan speed. So, for one multispectral pixel, there are 4 by 8 pixels in pan mode. Then we do resampling or downsampling or upsampling to bring it to 4 by 4. The simultaneous acquisition is the same, it's just the size of the pixel that changes. So for wide areas, there is a 20% increase in coverage, which is, for a satellite operator or a customer, is a significant achievement. Let me corroborate this account with a few examples. We have here a multispectral sample. This is Nevada, 2 meter standard and 2 meter enhanced line rate mode. There's your difference. There is a slight difference in multispectral mode. In the color mode, you won't see the difference. This is your standard and ELR. So we will utilize these modes from time to time on a case-by-case basis. So we will let you know that your project will be executed faster thanks to this option. That's all I have. I hope I met the schedule. Don't start clapping yet. This is the presidential palace in Lisbon. You must have passed it. This is a statue of a kind. Now go ahead, start clapping. Thank you for your attention. I'm ready to take your questions, if any. Thank you, Andrey, for your very interesting presentation. Do we have questions? That's good news. I can't believe it. No questions. Okay, go ahead, you ask. All right, thank you very much. If anything, I'm around, always available.
Thank you.